We are here with Jeanette Irekvist, who is the VP and head of Ericsson Canada. Welcome to Sidebar.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you, Leah. Great to be here.
Yes. So first, we just want to kind of get the groundwork laid. What does climate change mean to you?
So I think climate change is something that we just recognize now. It's for real. We have the science backing this up, that this is happening, and we see the facts, so we see that we need to act on it. So from an Ericsson perspective, being a global leader in the telecom industry, and when it comes to building the wireless networks globally, we see that we need to lead this, and not just on our own, but in collaboration with other partners across the industries, because that's really where we see we can make the effects. For myself personally, I am honored to be the head of the sponsor of the Ericsson North American Sustainability Council. So we get to support and help our employees in what they can do for sustainability internally and with customers. And on top of that, I have 3 children that I'm of course thinking of what's coming for their generation and coming generation, and how can we make a difference, making sure that we're driving the climate, driving the changes in the climate change, as well as driving down carbon emissions and the net zero targets. And Ericsson has really been working for this for long period of time. We've even been reporting on it for the past 25 years with our research and innovation projects. And what we really conclude is that as much as we as an industry only stand for 1.5% of the carbon emission, if we work across these collaborations, and you were mentioning all these industries coming together, we see that together we will be able to drive down at least minus 15% down until 2030. So we see that coming together is really going to be the way of making a real change.
Makes sense that you're here at Green Business Verge then, because
Yes.
that is our entire ethos.
Exactly.
And you kind of already answered this question, but I'm going to ask it again, which is, what is Ericsson doing to address climate change? You talked about coming together. What else is Ericsson, all about?
I think it's a good question, and I think I would say the 2 different parts. One part is that how do we as a company ourselves make a difference? So we have actually accelerated our targets on the net zero 2040. So we have said that by 2030 we as a company should be net zero in all of our operations. So we accelerated that part. And then the second part is how do we work with our suppliers, looking at our portfolio. When you look at the 5G portfolio as you try, building the wireless networks of the future, we see a factor of 10 that it's improving in energy efficient and energy consumption. So making sure that by 2040 we will cross our value chain with all of our suppliers and cross our portfolio be at net zero. And really what we've done, and as I mentioned, we've done a lot of research over the years, and just last week we released a report, Breaking the Energy Curve, where we talk about the different aspects of how we need to work in this. We talk about the portfolio, as I mentioned, to make sure that we have energy efficient portfolio and products. We also talk about how do we plan and build our network with our customers, and how do we do that in a good way. And the third way is actually how we operate it, because that's also the long term. How do we run and operate these networks? And here we see that there's a lot of improvements to be done in tools and processes, and this is where we're looking, for example, AI, and then how that can help us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you speak more about that specifically? Like, what role does AI play in sustainability?
It's a very good question, and I think AI has been at the center now for many years on how we can build smarter networks and act in a better way, really to drive down that energy consumption in the network, because as much as our portfolios and products are driving less energy, at the same time we all know we're asking more and more of our phones, of our devices, more and more traffic, and that performance is extremely important for everyone. Mm-hmm. So what we really see is that we need to continue put research and innovation in this area. So what I'm extra proud of, since I am from Canada, is that we launched just now a research project with 3 of the main Montreal universities, ETS, Concordia and Polytechnique, to really have to drive a research innovation project. So it's a three-year research project with over 30 researchers, professors, and then the data scientists from Ericsson Global AI Center, which is placed in Montreal, and really to find what are those areas where we can cooperate and collaborate really to drive the energy consumption. And in the end, I think these types of research partnerships that will really help Ericsson, but also all of a bigger partnership, really drive down and reach our net zero targets and get the carbon emissions down.
Thank you so much, Jeanette, for sharing. We look forward to learning more about Ericsson. We appreciate you being on Sidebar.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.